Good afternoon. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Great, thank you. So my name is Natalija Lepkova. I'm associate professor coming from Vilnius Gediminas Technical University from Lithuania. And I'm presenting our paper prepared together with my colleague, professor from Jordan. So today I'm focusing on Jordan case. Sorry, but it's not normal. Yes.
I don't know what's happened. Suddenly the HDM might seem to have gone crazy.
Yeah, something going crazy. It's okay.
You have to use these shades.
Okay, thank you. Because I have one view here, but different view here. So it's not a problem. I will manage. I hope so. So I will talk about Jordan case, as I said, because we prepared the case study on the station of Jordan. So energy demand in Jordan grows, actually, as everywhere. And in Jordan case, it grows annually about 3%. And of course, the Jordan government has set the target for obtaining 50% for the energy needs from renewable energy by 2030. And you can see here some numbers, but I want to say that the Jordan is in a good position because, in the world because they have a lot of sun, as Malta also. And so they can produce a lot of electricity using PVs. So next is here. Yes. So the research methodology is following. We are beginning with pitching the model for the current status of PV installations in Jordan, and then we are examining this model with saving rate and with and without subsidy costs. And we are making a comparison on impact of PV policies on number of PV installations, power generation, and CO2 emission reduction. So 3 points. We are using a system dynamic approach. So I don't know if you're familiar with, but very briefly, the system dynamic approach is a computer-based mathematical modeling approach for strategy development and better decision-making in complex systems. And in this research, we adopted this system model to examine the influence of saving rate and subsidy policies on PV installations, CO2 emissions, and generated power, as I already told before. So here you can see the system models, and just a short explanation. We calculated this using the Power Sim software, and all these relations between the blocks coming from literature or from our experience. Each block contains information. For instance, for instance, this block is constant information, like a number. But another blocks can be a simulation or mathematical calculations. And here you can see also current system models and saving rate system dynamic model. Here are the results. Here is a picture of current model for PV installations. So you can see here the numbers. Of course, I will not go into the details, but this is a simulation for the years of 2030 and 2035 respectively. And of course, the annual PV installations is increasing, right? Then for current model for power generation, so it's also increasing. But then you will see different numbers when we use saving rates and subsidy model. So here also current model for CO2 emissions, and also for CO2 emission, but we see the reduction. Okay, not increasing, but reduction in the emissions. And here's the results, also 3 graphs for saving rate model for PV installations. And the numbers are higher comparing. You will see in the tables maybe better because it's difficult to compare now the figures. And saving rate model for power generation, and of course it's also increasing in numbers. And the last one is the CO2 emission reduction. So the number is also higher comparing to the current model. So here are the numbers. So this figure may be more clear because you can see the comparison. And the first table is the model results for the current model, and the next one is the results for subsidy effect, and with and without subsidies. Not subsidy effect, but saving rate effect, and with and without subsidy. So the numbers in table 2 are higher. So we are making a bigger reduction in CO2 emission comparing to the first model, and you can see that these numbers. So they are higher with this simulation. So yeah, conclusions. The research developed using this system dynamic model, as you already saw, and you saw also the numbers, and simulation was performed since 2022 up to 2040. So it's like a forecast, and also for whom this research could be interesting, right? Because we can make a lot of research, but for nothing, like, you know, these results will provide valuable assistance to the decision makers in PV sector, of course, in analyzing the impact of PV policies on generated powers and predicting future demand on energy purchase. And from another side, the results also assist PV manufacturers in estimating future demands on PV systems. That is.